I think it. Oh, I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are nearer the time. We're almost ready to begin. I see a lot of people on that side of the room afraid to get close to art. You haven't been close to creativity in a while. You don't want to start now. Get spread out, all right? Show some love to this side of the room. Let's spread out. Give yourself room to move your hips a little bit. Don't be so stiff tonight. Get creative. My name is Amor, and you know me, your host tonight for Art Battle. Make some noise once more for yourselves. We're getting into a culture event. Art is dying, AI is replacing us. This is one of the final events where we can see real art. Now we're gonna fight against it. Guys, Art Battle is a world live art tournament. I'm gonna give you guys the rules, and then we're gonna introduce who is competing in round one tonight, okay? We're gonna do 3 rounds. Each round will have, well, round one will have 5 people, round 2 will have 5 people. And then the winners from round 1 and round 2, the top 2 performers, will go to round 3. After round 3 goes down against the final 4, we will select the top 2 people to win accolades. But we're all winners here tonight, all right? Let's step out of the house and put on pants. You know the drill. Round 1 includes, and I want you guys to make some noise for these people when I shout the names out. They're very brave, all right? Round 1, at station 1, we have Jackson Klug. On the left here, with the longer hair, we have Bjorn. And with the even longer hair, right there in the red sweater, is Pallavi. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Station 2, we have Emil Lou, right here. With the beret. Last but not least is Maximilian Benali. These guys are very bravely complete in the first round. Let me let you guys know what they will be winning. The first place winner tonight will be walking away with not only a trip to the national championships to compete against artists from all around the globe, but they will get a little walking away change. We give them $500, you feel me? Hey, that's 1/5 of your rent. $500 a lot. That's 1/5 of a mortgage payment. It's the next step, you know. Second place winner will win $250, which is a drop in the bucket for rent. You will get evicted if that's all you have. I hope you have more money. Second place artist, $250, okay? The national championship will take place in a different city than tonight. Who you're seeing here tonight has competed in the last few competitions here at the Family. And also, please show some love for Family for hosting us tonight. Please, please. Alright, again, Solomon's on the 1s and 2s. Please don't bother him with requests. He knows how to keep the party moving. Don't walk up and say, I need to hear, Lady Gaga. He'll figure it out, okay? The timer on the screen lets you know how long they have to compete. 20 minutes each round, okay? We're about to get started. Is everyone's energy in the right place? Okay. Artists, are you ready? Yes. I see nods. I see signs of approval. The crowd is primed and ready. Solomon, if you'll help me to count down as we begin the first round. On the count of 3, we're going to begin. Everyone together now. 3, 2, 1. Let's battle! Here we go. And they're off.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Art Battle Phoenix City Championship. We are here with 10 of the best artists from this season of Art Battle in Phoenix, and they are battling it out for a chance to go to the national championship in the fall. Super excited. These guys are the best of the best, and they have 20 minutes on the clock to go from blank canvas to incredible masterpiece right in front of your eyes. Here we are with Jackson, and they are laying down some really gorgeous colors. I love the combo of this teal and this orangey yellow here. I just feel like that's such a great contrast of warm and cool. And Jackson describes their work as being inspired by their LGBTQ identity, science fiction, dark surrealism, and also characters. Here we are with Bjorn, And Bjorn describes his work as being very spiritual and inspired by that. And I love the amount of texture that we're getting going here from Bjorn. We can always really depend on Bjorn for just incredible texture. All of the works that we've seen from him at Art Battle have featured this incredible amount of texture, and I'm loving what we're seeing so far. I'm feeling maybe a little bit of floral energy, seeing some line work that could be indicative of petals, but of course here it is expanding even further out, so you never know. And here we are with Pallavi, who is a self-taught artist and an artist who we've seen paint quite a few times at Art Battle Phoenix, and she's always just absolutely rocked the easel. Usually we see floral work from her, but here we are seeing something that looks a little bit different. I think a bird, and Pallavi also describes her work as being inspired by traditional Indian techniques. So I think that maybe some of that imagery is coming into play here. Looking like we have a metallic copper marker here, which is always a little bit difficult to kind of capture on screen. But I know that in person that's going to just be shining and really giving almost the sensation of like metal work. Back with Jackson here, and we're starting to see some face structure coming into play here, looking like some really beautiful brows and some eyes coming in as well. And here we are with Amy Liu. And Amy Liu's work is always super interesting to me. She has this really incredible way of building her pieces in a fashion that's very unexpected. You almost never really know what's going to happen with Amy Liu's piece, and then it all just comes together in layers and layers and layers. And already we're seeing some really interesting techniques from Amy. We've got two portraits on the canvas, one on each kind of diagonal corner, one right side up, one upside down. So really this composition could be turned at any moment. So I feel like that's going to be a great audience engagement tool. I definitely am anticipating that Amy's going to turn her canvas at some point. And here we are with Maximilian Benali, and hard to believe that this is a 4.5 minute painting. Just so much has been done on this piece already. We're getting this beautiful kind of haunting face coming through. Lots of warm tones have been laid down in the initial moments, giving us this character that is feeling very fiery. And of course, he is establishing the proportions of the face right now, and it's looking really great. We're getting a very slight like 3/4 turn. It's not quite a straight on portrait, and that can be a little bit difficult of an angle to capture for a portrait, but Maximilian is such a portrait master, and I'm so looking forward to seeing the way that piece evolves. Back over with Jackson, and I feel like this large swoop that's happening above the face could potentially be like a ball cap or maybe some component of hair. Very interesting. I'm loving the structural components that we're getting in the face here. We've got, again, another 3/4 portrait, and we've got a really beautiful expression of the cheekbones here and eyes just kind of cast off and looking into the distance, which is a really interesting way for a portrait to engage. Back over with Bjorn here, and we're just continuing to get this gorgeous layering and layering and layering of color. And oh my gosh, guys, I am just realizing, looking at Bjorn's table, this looks like oil paint. This is such a thick application of this oil paint, and I know even a small swipe of it can kind of tend to take a few weeks to dry. So that piece from Bjorn is gonna take a while to dry, but I love that he's brought his oils and is really using them to their best textural ability here, building up a lot of body in them. Back over with Pallavi, and we're now into the color area of this piece, and I love how organized she is. Look how organized this palette is, and all of this super clean execution here with this lime green paint that is on our bird. I think that this piece is going to take a lot of careful time management because it's got quite a few intricate components going on. Back over with Amy, and we can see that indeed the canvas has switched and the feminine portrait is up on the top now. Last time we were here, the more masculine face was on the top. And so I think that this has got to be something that's really, really engaging the crowd. And they're wondering what she's going to be doing next. I like the way that she's adding in the highlights here. We've got this really fiery pop of orange that is acting as the highlight. I always really love when an artist uses a color as a highlight. I think that that is just a really fun color play. We've got a lot of muted tones otherwise in the skin. And so using that bright orange to use that as the highlight just kind of pops everything off. Back over with Maximilian, and I love the softness that we've got going on in the face here. And we're watching him throwing in this pink hair, and I love how he's using this thick squared off brush to create these gorgeous brush marks that start off really thick at the beginning, and then he lessens the pressure as he's dragging it down and just kind of creates these tendrils towards the end of his finish. It's a really really neat brush technique that we're seeing here from Maximilian. We've also got some early highlights from him as well, a little pop of white, and I think some warmer highlight colors going on in the catch lights and also on the tip of the nose and in the lips. Very nice. Back over with Jackson, and I'm continuing to love the development here. Something that is super important to point out and that I'm just really loving with this piece by them is the super soft tones that have been introduced into the cheeks here that are kind of giving, I know I'm talking a lot about highlight, but I'm just all about it. It's lending itself really well to the structure of the face, and it's creating this really beautiful softness within the face. And it's just very, very striking, really well executed. You can tell that Jackson is a practice painter. Back with Bjorn here, and the layering is not disappointing. We're getting more and more petals. It looks like a flower, but it also looks like just this explosive energy field. There's a very celebratory energy here that is very unique to Bjorn's work. And squeezing that oil paint directly out of the tube is so impactful. And we are just over halfway through round number 1 of the Art Battle Phoenix City Championship. Voting for round number 1 is now open. Make sure that you go to artbattle.com/AB2735 and cast your vote, or at least get registered to cast your vote. And also, all of the pieces created tonight are available for silent auction. You don't need to be in the room to bid and collect these pieces. We will ship them to you. Back with Pallavi here, and the careful line work here is just really wonderful. You can really get the sense of her concentrating and just being so mindful. It's very mesmerizing watching her layer this way, and those patterns are just building and giving us this illusion of the feather. Back over with Amy here, and we're starting to get into the part of the canvas where these two portraits kind of converge. And so I'm very interested to see what this kind of converging space is going to look like. Amy really likes to imbue her pieces with a lot of unique energy. And so I think that we might be getting a little bit of a surrealist element in there somehow. This is looking a lot like water, just the way that she's layering this white over top of the blue here. Very dark, muted blue. Back over with Maximilian, and we're now getting into the background, and such a sick execution here from Maximilian. I love the way that he's used this green to just really pop everything. The green against the pink is so impactful. And oh my gosh, this teal turquoise color against the orange is amazing too. And look at him blending this brushwork and intentionally interacting this color with the pink of the hair and softening those lines and just giving us some really delicious painterly brush strokes here. Continuing to get into these soft highlights with Jackson, and now we can see that they're adding highlights that are just a tiny, tiny bit sharper. And the groundwork that they've laid down here with these really beautiful diffused tones in the cheek and on the higher planes of the face has done a lot of work to create the structure of the face. And now all they need to do is just add in these tiny, like little bit sharper highlights here, and that's exactly what they're doing. It's just like everything is coming together. I'm loving that piece. With the addition of the pink here from Björn is just beautiful. It was getting a little bit heavy with some of the darker colors that had been layered into the outer edges of the piece, and we can see that Björn is now layering it back up and lightening it up a little bit with the addition of white and some lighter colors like that beautiful soft pink that's laying on top. We have just about 5 minutes remaining on the clock, 5 minutes remaining in round number 1 of the Art Battle Phoenix City Championship. Back over with Pallavi, and we can see that she has done so much more line work since the last time we saw her, and now we're getting into these painted components, adding the colors into the feathers here. This could be a little bit risky because I think the marker is maybe still a little bit wet, and we are certainly battling the clock, but actually I'm liking the way that the marker is bleeding just a tiny bit. It's giving us a sense of depth within the color. Really, really cool. And the use of negative space here is very stark and is kind of leaning into this traditional execution. Three and a half minutes remaining. You can see that the crowd is super engaged and getting really excited about all of these pieces as they are coming to a close. And yet again, we have another canvas rotation from Amy Liu. Still keeping it very light in that female portrait on the one side of the face. And Amy is also choosing to apply paint directly from the tube. Ooh, this is cool. Using gravity to aid her way, and I think that we are getting this big surprise component here. There's such a level of intensity to the way that Amy creates. I'm so interested in what's going on right now. Oh, with her hand! Very cool. Yeah, we have this literally exploding energy. Ooh, and we're getting the highlight hitting his face as well. Oh my God, what a great moment for us to have caught on camera. Back over with Maximilian, and his finishing touches is just adding some lighter components into the hair and giving us continuing to give us these sensations of curls. I love this piece. It's such a wonderful energy, especially loving the that sharp shadow underneath the chin as it falls onto the neck. I think that adds this interesting design component and really leads the eye into the face. All right, 90 seconds left on the clock, and voting is open for round number 1. So make sure that you go to artbattle.com/AB2735 and get ready to cast your vote for these guys. Round number 1 has been absolutely fire. I love when we get to kick off a championship event with a super strong round. No surprise that these artists have made it to this level of competition. And Jackson is just tightening up their canvas here, or tightening up their composition. A few more sharp highlights within the facial hair on this figure. Especially nice on that lower eyelid here. This is beautiful. One of my favorite portraits that I've seen in a little while. Just a stunning piece. We also have this interesting kind of design component going on with the line that I just noticed on the side of the canvas. Bjorn is now marking the back of the canvas, maybe signing. Oh, wow, Pallavi really went for it with a strong background color in the final moments. Inner Light.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down, artist, please show some love. Y'all gotta put your hands together tonight. Come on now. Y'all gotta put your hands together. Give it up for everybody in round 1.
Gen Zers got really fun.
The voting is now open. Pick who you want to go to round 3 and eventually to the national championships. Get on those phones is what I don't ever say when I'm out. Get on those phones though. The voting happens online, all right? If you have not registered, make sure to see Jordan or Tanisha and get registered. Artists, please remember to sign the back of your canvases with a Sharpie on your table. Round 2 artists, please prepare for round 2. The voting is now open and the bidding is now open. The bidding.
Wow, what a fantastic fantastic first round of our battle in Phoenix, the city championship. It is high stakes tonight here, guys. The winning artist of tonight's event will be moving forward to the U.S. National Championship taking place in the fall. So it's definitely a big deal. Make sure that you get your votes in for this round. The top 2 artists from this round and the top 2 artists from our next round will be moving forward into a 4-artist final showdown where one winner will be crowned at the end of the night, and that winner will be going to nationals. So definitely get your votes in, support these artists, and be sure to check out the auction. All of the works created tonight are also available for a silent auction. You don't need to be in the room to collect these pieces. We will ship them to you. Round number 2 coming up in just a few minutes with Alex Leyva, Miranda Gamel, Chris Vena, and Jody Livingston. Very exciting. See you guys soon.
Artists, if you're ready, please vote. Submit your votes. Voting will close. We will close voting and you will lose your opportunity to vote. Get on your phones and vote for your favorite. Go ahead and put your money in if you want one of these fine pieces of art. get your votes in. Voting will close very soon. Votes in now. Votes in, voting will close soon. Keep refreshing those tabs soon if you're having any difficulties by uploading and updating in real time. Refresh those browsers. We have 2 hours for getting ready. We're going to reset the timer here. Round 2 will begin shortly. Although the silent auction will go on all night, okay? So while voting is limited, you have all night to decide who you're going to fight if they outbid you tonight. start round two. I see all the artists are ready at their canvases. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with the registration and voting process here tonight. We're trying to get it resolved. So if you get an error message, please hold tight. We'll figure out an alternative to select a winner during round two if it doesn't get back up, okay? Don't get frustrated. The person you love will get the votes that you submit, okay? Without further ado, who is ready for round two? Yeah! All right. So voting may still be open. Keep checking your phones and run up the Jordan notification if you see that you're able to vote. We do submit these through the Art Battle corporate website, so whenever they get their shit together, we'll have our shit together. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. All right. Let's introduce our artists for round two. At Station 1, and y'all better make some noise when I say these names. Don't be quiet. I'll be so mad at you. I'll be so mad. At Station 1 is Jody Livingston. We also have Chris Beta, returning champion. Heavyweight. We have our wild card entry. Y'all better show some love from up at Ross Grill. Yes, sir. We have Miranda Gamble right here. Keep that energy up. Let's go. And last but not least, we have Alex Lavo. Guys, you know the stakes. There's 20 minutes on the clock. The top two will proceed to round three to compete with the final four. Okay? Get yourself a drink. Solomon's going to hit you with the booty shakers. And on the count of three, we're going to start. Artists, are you ready? Make some noise. Crowd, are you ready? Make some more noise. All right. After I count down from three, I want everybody to say, let's battle. 3, 2, 1. Battle! Here we go. Here we go.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the second round of the Art Battle Phoenix City Championship. We have our next 5 artists up at the easels, ready to absolutely kill it and vie for the single spot at the end of the night that will move forward into the U.S. National Championship. That's right, the one winner of tonight's event will be moving forward to nationals. So it is certainly high stakes tonight. Here we are in round number 2. And we are looking at Jody Livingston's canvas. Jody Livingston describes his work as being very influenced by Mesoamerican culture. And we have seen him paint quite a few times at Art Battle, and I always love it. Here we are with Chris Bena. And Chris does these absolutely mind-blowing animal paintings. And I would say that he's probably one of the best animal painters, animal artists in all of the Art Battle US array of painters. So very lucky to be able to see Chris painting tonight. Looks like he's got an owl on his easel. And we saw him actually sketching in the air at his canvas before the round started. So really cool to kind of see how each artist plans out their painting. He was almost like painting it in his mind before the round started. So I thought that was super cool. Here we are with Miranda Gamble, also another animal artist who is a total badass. She tends to paint portraits of tigers and big cats, and I think that that's what we're being treated to here tonight as well. It looks like Miranda is using some oil pastel potentially right now, and I think that this piece is also utilizing oil paint just from the way that it's kind of interacting with the canvas and the smaller daubs of paint that she's got on her palette. I think we're going to see some really, really cool layering techniques from Miranda here. Already getting into the stripes of the tiger. Here we are with our wildcard artist, Ross. And Ross is laying down some purple up in the top of the canvas with a small brush. And we're seeing a little bit of red in the center of the canvas and some smaller brushwork being laid down here. Definitely in the abstract right now, but I'm sure that the content of the painting is going to continue to reveal itself. Moving into finger painting now. Oh, we're just hearing Ross saying, "I'm not an artist," but he was brave enough to put his name into the hat to be called for the wild card. For those who don't know, a wild card is something that we like to do at Art Battle, where we invite the crowd to put their name into a hat and be a part of a draw to end up at the easel in the competition. And Ross has been brave enough to step up to the easel here. Here we are with Alex Leyva, and I am going nuts for the way that this piece is beginning to come together. Something that I always really like about Alex's work is that she has this really fantastic sense of color play, and we can see that here with the use of the warm and the cool. Oh, our wildcard artist is interacting with his fellow competitors, hopefully not creating too much of a distraction. Alex looks like she's blending her hot and cool colors and giving us this wonderful, super sumptuous green. Back over with Jody, and from the way that Jody has laid out this canvas, I'm feeling like we're going to be getting a landscape from him. We've got a monochromatic composition right now, a lot of softness in the foreground and in the sky as well. Maybe potentially going into a water scene. Ooh, that's nice. We're just getting that moment of perhaps it's a twilight moon or the last moments of sun, but this is just looking so soft and really beautiful. I think that this piece is going to be definitely a celebration of contrast. Back over with Chris, and we're getting more into the building of this owl. And we've got this sweeping back wing here, which I think is such an interesting pose that he's chosen for this owl. Something I think that makes Chris's work very dynamic is that he always chooses poses where the animals are in movement or they're posed maybe a little bit unconventionally. And it just really brings so much to the piece. Working in his mid-tone now with the shadow of the feathers, bringing some of that color into the face as well. Back over with Miranda, and something that is super cool about this piece is the way that she's laid out the colors in the background. We have this explosive, super bright, super vibrant orangey red that's in the background, and she's laid that down and has kind of created the swirl of blue around it that's interacting in this really interesting way, and almost got this edge of softness. And so we're really playing with some interesting kind of techniques here. We've got the intensity of these colors and then the diffusion of the colors as well. And she's really laid out the painting in such a strategic manner where she's using this red to come through, and she doesn't have to paint red in between all of the stripes because it already exists. That was one of her first painting marks, and so smart. Back over with our wildcard Ross, who is giving us some dance vibes as well. And we're turning into a portrait here, and I'm digging it. It looks like a really intense expression and lots of curly purple hair. Got these converging eyebrows. Getting in there with the finger painting as well. It's giving us a little dance party. This is a stunner piece from Alex. We're getting such a cool sensation of depth here from the way that she's used all of these lines in perspective and the heavy shadow work. And then the super cool use of blue in the background, lighter, really giving us that sense of distance. And yeah, this piece is coming together in such a cool way. I'm really, really into it. And even this shadow that she's adding here, this kind of Prussian blue, that's it's a dark, warm blue, and that's playing really nicely with the yellow. Fantastic sense of contrast. And we are officially getting into the halfway mark, nearing the 10-minute mark. These artists have 20 minutes on the clock to go from blank canvas to incredible masterpiece. And here we are halfway. Voting is now open for this round. Head to artbattle.com/AB2735 and cast your vote for your favorite artist. Back over with Jody, and we're seeing this purple tree has now taken kind of main character stage in the foreground of this piece. Again, really working into that kind of contrast play, and now giving us this single point of color, really creating that focal point for this painting. Looks like we're getting an additional focus being added into the foreground here as well. Potentially a small character. Back over with Chris. And Chris is just managing his time so carefully to layer on all of these different complicated elements of our owl here. Here we are getting into some of the stripes that are present in the feathers on the wing. And I love how loosely he's holding his brush as well. It's giving him this ability to create these really gestural strokes. And he's chosen a really wonderful color for the background too. It's so much vibrancy. The intensity is just continuing to shine through from Miranda's tiger here. We're getting this really, really intense, almost confrontational eye contact here. And the more that she's adding in the highlights and establishing the kind of light source and the way that the light is falling onto the fur of our tiger here, the more real this piece becomes. So we have this kind of surrealist impression from the intensity and otherworldliness of the colors, but then we're getting into this sense of 3D effect and realism with the way that she's bringing the face forward by giving us these highlights. Back over with our wildcard artist, Ross, and we are continuing to get this kind of almost like an evil face going on. We've got a little mustache happening now on the portrait. Ross is definitely having fun. Lots of paint on the hand. I think we get a spin every time the camera comes around too. Just loving the joy that Ross is bringing to the competition right now. Back over with Alex, and I totally did not expect to see figures making their way into the composition. This is a really interesting surprise, and she's chosen this kind of teal color that is just so good. The color play here, guys, is totally insane, and check out the way that she's adding these highlights in that gorgeous, super intense primary yellow, just giving us those little hits. This is a favorite painting of mine from this round, and definitely a stunner piece. It looks like at this point in the round, all she really needs to do is just continue to hone those details. With 5 minutes left on the clock, there could be a risk of overpainting what I think is a really strong piece already. Back over with Jody, and we now have a character walking away from the tree in the first round. I'm getting like samurai vibes. I think maybe he's holding a sword, and we're seeing the purple leaves kind of floating behind him. So we're definitely getting into an interesting narrative space here with this piece by Jody. Back over with Chris, and the game has totally changed with this piece. The way that he's adding in the black here over top of the orange is making this piece totally epic. We're getting this super intense level of contrast, and it's really bringing forward the owl. So cool. I thought I was liking the background color, and then we put on this black and it's just so much better. And I just saw him pick up a little bit of solvent with his brush as well too. So I think maybe we might get a few intentional drips here and there, which is something that Chris has been known for before, which I always think adds an interesting kind of painterly component. Would love to hear from you guys in the chat about which piece you are enjoying at the Art Battle Phoenix City Championship. Let's chat about it. Back over with Miranda, and so cool to see this element of pop art that is present in this piece as well. That little teal crown that is floating above our tiger here. And now we can see that she's getting into working on some of the shadows and the lowlights on the tiger, giving us a little pop of purple. Now honing in on some of the last remaining stripes. There's been a lot of really good time management here from Miranda, and we often see artists who are very much finished their piece in the last few minutes, just kind of having the opportunity to pick at it and perfect it. And we can see that here with the addition of catch lights that really just emphasize the eye contact from the tiger, and the whiskers that she's adding in as well. Just thoughtful details, and she has the opportunity to really consider those details because she's done such good time management over the course of the round. Back over with Ross, and I think that Ross is potentially finished. We've got this big splash of yellow that's been added onto the bottom of the composition here. back over with Alex. And again, talking about that careful time management, we can see that Alex has given herself the opportunity to really play into these thoughtful details as well. Getting just a pop of pure cerulean here. Every time she does something, I like it. Hard to hide my bias a little bit, but I think you guys can tell that I'm really loving this piece. We have Luana, who is saying that they are loving Jody's piece, feeling very peaceful. Yeah, I agree. It is a beautiful painting. Lots of great use of contrast, narrative in that piece as well. And I think that's actually where we're going to be ending off the round. We've got little hits of white in the tree now as well, just adding to that quality of movement, giving us really this sensation of wind passing through the leaves on the tree. All right, 30 seconds left on the clock, and we are getting ready for our countdown. Once again, the top 2 artists from the first round and the top 2 artists from this round will be moving forward into the final.
15! Please help me count down from 10, folks. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down, artists. Show them some love. Show them some love. That is the end of round 2. Artists, please make sure.
An absolutely epic round number 2 for our Art Battle Phoenix City Championship tonight. The artists did not come to play. They are competing so intensely, and the quality of work that we've seen tonight is just absolutely incredible. So be sure to get your votes in at artbattle.com/AB2735. The top 2 artists from round number 1 and the top 2 artists from round number 2 will be moving forward into the 3rd and final round, where they will paint again, and one artist at the end of the night will be crowned the winner. That artist will be moving forward to the U.S. National Championship in the fall. So very, very exciting, high stakes, and we will be announcing the finalists in just a few minutes. So make sure that you get those votes in.
One piece of paper for round 1 artists down at the entrance. One piece of paper for round 2. Chris is setting the artwork up here now, closer to the DJ booth. And hold on to that 3rd piece so you can vote in round 3. When technology fails, we find a way. And it will fail outright soon, so I hope you guys are Wednesday preppers like me. Voting is now open, analog style. Get your votes in. Give each other space, please. I don't want a stampede for art on my hands. I'll die for art, but not like this.
I'm in Renewable Energy, I'm from Renewable Club, we were just events. Yeah, he was, I live in Scottsdale, but I DJ all over. I'm at Lucky's on Saturdays, I'm at Copper Blues on Wednesday.
I believe all the pieces of artwork are on the table. Who's the invited to see artwork passing by?
Speakers, lights, wireless mics, all here.
Guys, you got 4 minutes. We're going to close the voting at 8:35, so we do have time to manually count the votes. I hope we don't end up with an Al Gore, George Bush situation in Florida. No recaps, please. I know it's an election year, but God help us. This is just a taste of what November's going to look like. Remember, you have in your hands one vote for round one, one vote for round two, and save that third one for round three. Voting closes in just 2 minutes. Drop that slip of paper in the vase beside the artist you want to see in round three. All you gotta do is drop it in there. It's a simple process. You don't gotta write anything. Just drop the paper. And also, Ross said, just drop off the hill. He jumped in last second. He said, put one paper for his confidence. Damn it. Don't give him no side eyes. He's trying to wild card entry in the house. Voting is closing soon. Get over there and put those slips of paper in the jar. Hurry, hurry. We gotta count these. We're building a system. We're fixing it. This feels like when Instagram and Facebook were down earlier this week. Just chaos. time. We about to count them up. Chris is coming around to collect the votes right now. We got a system, don't disrupt it. Get them in.
Totally random too. I had no idea what to play tonight. I'm just like throwing things out. Thank you.
Guys, voting is closed. Get them in there. We're counting them. Get rid of those papers in your hands. Chris is coming around and he's tallying votes. We're starting to count. Jordan's counting on round 2. We will have our final 4 in just a matter of moments. Solomon will get the hip shake in the meantime. Votes are being counted. We will have our final 4 in a matter of moments. Don't forget the bids are open. In front of those pieces of artwork as well as the finished bag. Throw a number down, any number. We'll see who walks away with a little bit of walking around money. Round 1 winners have been finalized. We figured out what round 1. We're waiting on round 2. The votes will be in just a matter of moments. You can get a bit strategic. If you didn't get that vote in for round 1, round 2, you can hold all of the papers for round 3. They didn't want it this way. They should have fixed their damn website. That's what I say. The votes are in, folks. I have your final 4 who are competing in round 3. In round 1, our winners are Bjorn and Amy Lou. And for round 2, our winners are Alex Leyva and Jody Livingston. Make some noise. Battle. Round 3 is on the horizon. Artists, please head to your stations, get your colors, your canvases, and your courage all in one place. Everything's on the line, baby. Round 3 will start here as soon as we're prepared. Hold on to those papers. You got your final votes in your hands. Solomon's gonna reset that clock. What's that round 3 music gonna be, Solomon? What's that? Who knows? Who knows? Round 3 artists are getting prepared at their tables. As soon as they're ready, we're going to get it going. We took a little extra time to figure out that voting process, so artists, when you're ready, we're ready. Everything's on the line now. This is the final round. Make sure to grab a drink. Bring the mobile bar in front of John and get you situated. If you like anything you saw here tonight, these artists are putting their Instagram and social media handles right there on their name tags. Give them a follow. Follows are currency in this day and age. Support their artwork. Follow them, buy, love them. All right, I believe the artists are ready for round 3. Oh, still need some time. We'll give them a little bit more time. They're 1 minute before this round will get going. Artists, get set up. everything matters in this one. Where they put the paintbrushes, where they put the paint, the light that hits the canvas, everything is a factor. Remember, the bids are open. The voting, the not so silent auction anymore, can be found in the front of all the artwork here. And I put a number down on the paper. I might like it. Put your email down. I believe we are ready for round 3. The artists have prepped their spirits and their canvases. We are ready to begin. Solomon, if you can go ahead and get 20 minutes on the clock. I want to remind you guys all of these stakes one last time, okay? The second place winner will get $250. Our first place winner will walk away with $500 and a trip to the Nationals, okay? That is not happening in Phoenix. It's in another city that has not been announced yet. Last year it was in Florida, so hey, you might end up in the Everglades. Who knows? They might send you to Canada, okay? Bangladesh. Art is everywhere, okay? Nationals has not been decided yet, but you will be getting on an airplane or a bus to go ahead and compete. All right, I want you guys to make sure you show some love when I shout these guys' names out. But before I do that, I want everybody to show out and give some love to everyone who's competing here tonight. Make some noise, please. That was difficult. That was brave. That was amazing. Now, when I shout this artist's name out, y'all better make some noise. At the first station, we have Bjorn. We also have Jody Livingston in the green. At station 2, we have Alex Leyva. And in the parade is Amy Lou. 20 minutes are on the clock. The silent auction, not so silent auction, is still open, and we will end that at 8 p.m. So you still have 20 minutes. Ross is point first paying. He said, go ahead and put a piece of artwork in your house that has a story, motherfucker. Go ahead and get that and put that in your kitchen, okay? All right. I'm going to give a countdown from here. I want everybody to shout battle. Artists, that will be your signal to put paint to canvas and get it rocking. All right. Is everyone ready tonight? 3, 2, 1, battle! Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, we have just kicked off the third and final round of Art Battle in Phoenix tonight. Super, super exciting. Our final round of the championship, the Phoenix City Championship. One artist will be crowned winner after this round, and that artist will be moving forward to the U.S. National Championship taking place in the fall. So very, very exciting here. Here we are with Jody, who is drawing on with some oil pastel, establishing his first marks here. Oh, no, sorry, my mistake. We're here with Bjorn, who is drawing on his first marks here, getting really into it, creating this very intuitive face and portrait here, just looking fantastic. Getting a view of Jody's canvas here. We're taking a different approach from what he did in his first qualifying round. We're getting a lot of color onto the canvas at this point. This really beautiful soft gradient with this lovely light blue transitioning into yellow. Over with Alex Leyva here. And also getting a strong start with lots of vibrant color with the cerulean blue. And we can see some yellow and red on Alex's canvas too. So I think that we're gonna keep getting these really interesting plays of color from her. Looks like she's fighting her easel a little bit. The piece is raised up quite high, and we're getting a little bit of shakiness. So definitely a added component of difficulty. Lots of action going on here. And here we are with Amy Lou, giving us some super intense color as well. All of these artists deciding to go for a high level of vibrancy in our final round. And we're getting some chat here. I think that this might be our wild card. Amy back in the zone now, using her hands, her gloved hands to apply this paint, and it's really creating this just fantastic texture. And I'm really admiring the level of specificity that she's able to achieve here. The way that she created those cactus with just a few simple touches of her finger, incredible. Back over with Bjorn, and I'm getting this like sensation of a third eye from this portrait here, just the way that Bjorn is mapping this out, and we're getting these striations of color kind of converging and radiating outward at the same time from the forehead of our portrait. I think that this piece is going to be hugely impactful, and already it's got a unique energy that is very much indicative of Bjorn's style. His work just radiates a really specific kind of energy that feels very celebratory and spiritual as well. And I just can't wait to see how that continues to take shape. Back over with Jody here. And I think that we might be getting an Eiffel Tower. Very cool. It's quite high up in the composition as well. So I think that we're going to get some good action in the foreground. Jody has an interesting way of painting where he's painting basically from the top to the bottom. And that lends itself, that style of painting lends itself to some really satisfying reveals for the crowd that's watching. Back over with Alex, and some more focus on perspective play. Like, this is looking super cool. We've got a diagonal horizon line that she's created here. And this is already just massively engaging. Really, really enjoying it. And looks like we've got some trees that are kind of bowing over. We've got some play of clouds in the sky as well, with some really broad, soft strokes. Back over with Amy, and this piece is just coming together in such a cool way. I love this yellow that's coming through in the sky and where she's dragged her fingertips. Getting back into that level of intensity here with the application of paint directly onto the canvas. Amy is certainly a performance painter, which really just gives her such an advantage when it comes to Art Battle, because there's such a high level of engagement with the way that she's painting. It's full of surprises. She's involving her body. And so I'm sure that there are many people in the crowd that are just stuck behind her easel, really just wondering what she's going to do next.
Cards are on the table to submit your votes.
Back over with Bjorn here. And we're getting the continuation of all of these wonderful intuitive lines that are just cascading out of the figure here.
Less than 12 minutes left. Give him some energy.
Again, with the use of that really beautiful pale pink. Looks like we've got some lavenders in there as well. And I like the way that Bjorn balances the depth of colors. We have some darker colors out towards the edge, and which are feeling a bit heavy. And then we've got this lightness going on in the center of the face that is just very engaging.
I mean, big. Big is the anticipation. TikTok artists. We're almost at the halfway point.
Ooh, the addition of the vibrancy of the red there, so nice.
I already see some slips of papers in jars. There's some clear favorites here tonight.
Some really wonderful additions of sparkling lights on our Eiffel Tower. Just really thoughtful placement of all of these dots. It really gives it this sparkling effect from Jody here.
10 minutes left. We're at the halfway point. Only 10 minutes before our Phoenix champion is crowned. And a passport stamp is stamped.
Bringing his paint pot right over to his canvas. I think that we're going to get the river here. A really cool view looking over the river into this view of the Eiffel Tower here. Really interesting perspective. Back with Alex here, and she's just continuing to create these really wonderful, luscious brush strokes to give us those clouds in the sky. Looks like we've got a little bit of a castle going on in the sides as well, just from the kind of squared off angularity that's up at the top, and then we've got these rectangular windows at the bottom. It's looking very fantastic, like very fantastical. And this environment is really interesting too, because Alex's first environment seemed very grounded in a realistic scene, but was using surrealist colors. And now this piece, we're also getting those surrealist colors, but the landscape itself is feeling very surrealist and fantastic as well. So really cool kind of switch up from Alex there. Back over with Amy, and Amy has lost the gloves and is now applying paint with her bare hands. And I think maybe that's giving her just a tiny bit more dexterity. And we're getting into these smaller levels of details here. We've got some more cactus that are hanging out in the background. We can see some dragging of magenta paint up into the skyline there as well, bringing in some of those darker colors and harmonizing it with our foreground. And here we have this fantastic radiating of light out of the sun that she's created. You really get this sense of heat here from this piece, and now adding the highlight in just on that edge of the cactus. Very cool.
Jody created
Back over with Bjorn and the continued layering of this piece. Bjorn's painting style is really interesting in that he establishes what he's going to be painting right off the bat and then just builds and builds and builds and builds and really just builds on the initial shapes that he's created, and they just become more 3D, become more alive. I love how light he's kept the eyes here as well. And we have just about 6 minutes remaining in the round. These artists have 6 minutes left to paint the best painting of their life so they can go to nationals. One artist will be crowned the winner at the end of the night, and that person will earn their spot at the U.S. National Championship taking place in the fall. Very, very exciting. And here we are with Jody. Jody is definitely working hard for that spot. This piece is absolutely beautiful. I love the movement that he's created within the water and the way that we have just these little ripples interacting with the trees in the water, and how the trees are bringing movement up into the sky, guiding your eye toward that Eiffel Tower.
Artist, 5 minutes left. Amy Fillinger.
Back over with Alex, and wow, totally did not expect that addition of the red. I know that we had talked about seeing it on her on her palette earlier, but I totally did not anticipate it. I had definitely forgotten about it and just had kind of fallen for this blue landscape, but the addition of the red is such a welcome pop of color and contrast, and kind of helps to tie this piece into the style that she displayed in her first round qualifying, where there was a lot of that hot and cold color play. And we have this really interesting engagement here of this line that is just squiggling through the center of the composition. I'm wondering if she's going to blend that out, or if she's going to reveal a more narrative component within that squiggle, or if it's just a design element. This is the kind of thing that keeps us engaged with paintings, this unexpected last moment addition.
We're coming down the wire, we're almost in the home stretch. The temperature's high, the stakes even higher.
Back over with Amy Lou, and we're seeing something emerging right in the bottom of the canvas in the foreground, and it's looking like a cauldron of some kind, potentially, or a fountain. I think that maybe that was glitter that we just saw Amy brushing off of her fingers. I love the intensity of Amy's performance and creation. So engaging. Are we getting a little bit of leaf onto here? A little metal leaf? I just want to give a shout out to Michael Mayoski, who is watching the stream right now, and he is a very well decorated artist in the Art Battle sphere. 2 minutes on the clock, back with Bjorn here. That hit of turquoise in the cheek that's calling back to the eyes. It's just everything. I think that Bjorn is being really careful to not overwork this piece. There's such a huge amount of layering that has already happened. We can tell that he's now kind of taking a little bit of a step back and working a little bit slower as he's approaching the end of this round. So intense.
Just 1 minute left on the clock for round 3. Everyone's locked in. Who is going to take it?
Just 1 minute remaining on the clock for the Art Battle Phoenix City Championships. Voting is open at artbattle.com/AB2735. So make sure that you get your votes in for these artists. Only one artist will be crowned the champion and will be moving forward to the US Nationals. Getting in those final hits of that glimmering light on the Eiffel Tower from Jody. All right, 20 seconds on the clock.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down. If you have that final green sheet of paper, you go ahead and put it in the jar of your choice for the person you want to see walk away with the trophy, okay? Second place will walk away with the prize. First place will walk away with a little fatter prize. Voting is now open.
Where can I vote?
A high level of intensity in this third and final round of Art Battle in Phoenix tonight. The quality of the work has just been super, super amazing tonight, and definitely indicative of a championship event. So we have to congratulate our 4 finalists, Bjorn, Amy, Alex, and Jody, and of course all 10 of our artists that competed with us tonight. It takes a lot of creativity and courage to step up to the easel and share what you do in front of a live audience. And these guys are the best of the best. So make sure that you get your votes in at artbattle.com/AB2735 and vote for your favorite artist and who you think should represent Phoenix in the US National Championship. All right, we will be back with the winner announcement in just a few minutes. And also a reminder, all of the works created tonight are available for silent auction at that same link that's on your screen. You don't need to be in the room to bid or collect these pieces. We will ship them to you.
You got money to fight in the bidding war. You got money to let me hold a little something. You feel me? When I say walk around, choose the winner tonight. Submit your vote and submit your bid. Get your votes in now, folks. Voting will close in just 4 minutes.
I'm sorry, I just like watching things.
Bidding will close
All good.
just 5 minutes after that.
Nathan, I'm Matt. Nice to meet you.
Sure.
You got 10 minutes to make some wise decisions.
No, I figure. But why not ask? The answer is always no if you don't ask.
There you go. True.
How long have you been DJing?
25 years.
Damn.
How old are you?
19.
There you go.
Longer than me, yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I started in high school buying records, and I've just been lucky enough to still be able to make a living doing it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it.
This looks like a real expensive setup.
Standard.
Oh, really?
There's like, if you see like David Guetta and Tiesto and all that, like that stuff's like
Oh, okay.
10 G's.
That's crazy.
Yeah. CDJs. It's called a controller. Like it's.
You know what every button does.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Get out and vote, folks.
Have a good rest of your night.
Who
Nice to
wants
meet
to
you.
win? Guys, we still have 3 unclaimed pieces of artwork. If you think you won and submitted a bid for those 3 pieces, please come and grab your bidding sheet and take it to Chris right here, hand up, and JJ right here. We want to get those pieces of artwork in your home. We got a timer up on the screen now. Voting closes in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Get out and vote. Get out and vote. We'll go in. Just over a minute, we'll close the polls. Before we close these polls, guys. We're going to find out who is the winner. Who is going to nationals? We still have unclaimed artwork. If you put the bid for a piece of artwork that's still sitting, please come and claim it. If these go unclaimed for the highest bid, we will just move it to the second place bid. And if that is you, please come up and claim your artwork. Voting is now ended. We are tallying votes. We will have a first and second place here very soon. tally votes, winners will be selected. A winner will be announced here soon. We're almost done signing those votes. We're going to find out who the Phoenix champion is in just a matter of moments. Bidding is still open for the artwork you see at the table. Bidding will happen at the artist's table. If you want to walk away with the final four artwork, please put your bids in. These artists also have their social media handles on their name tags. Give them a follow while you wait for those final announcements. Followers are currency today's age. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner here tonight. First and foremost, give yourself a hand for coming out to Art Battle Phoenix Championship. I'll remind you that our second place winner will walk away with $250, our first place winner with $500, and the trip to nationals. And put your hands together one more time for everybody that competed. Please show us some love. Please. Show us a little more love with the bids. Make sure you get that artwork, all right? Buy art. That's how you support them. Okay. I've got Jordan here. She's going to hand out the winner envelopes. Is everyone ready? Okay. Simon, you good? Oh, Simon's good, huh? In second place, our second place winner is Bjorn. Championship. Show some love one more time. Show some love. And in first place, taking away $500, enough to pay half a cell phone bill and a trip to nationals. Amy Lou! Get on up here! Failure for hosting this incredible event. This is Phoenix, the epicenter of culture. We're on Roosevelt Road where the Arts District started. They may have pushed it out and put Cobra Arcade Bar, but hey, we're still celebrating art, okay? My name is Oliver Newton. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. The bidding is closing down. If you have an artwork piece that you bid for, please go claim it if you're the winning bid. I'd like to thank everyone here for coming out. This is the conclusion of season 2 of Art Battle. One more time for everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. And one more time for our DJ, Solomon! And give him something to rock the Massey Solomon. Let's go. Hang out, get a drink, just get a room. Shit. It's Friday night. Thank you so much.
A huge congratulations and thank you so much to all of the artists who competed in the Art Battle Phoenix City Championships tonight. And the biggest congratulations goes to Amy Liu, who is our announced winner and who will be moving forward to the US City Championships. Thank you so much, everyone, and good night.